right. Welcome to your couple of friends.
Hey.
With me, Mickey Overman.
And with me, Patrick Spicer.
Welcome to Patrick's birthday episode.
It's my birthday. I'm 21. And it's really exciting just to see what the world is like. I can pretty soon I'll be able to rent a car.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
And my brain is not fully developed. It's still expanding. It's still neuroplastic.
When do you think, make a guess, when do you think
my brain will stop developing?
Yeah.
Yeah, typically it's like 24 to 25.
Oh, that wasn't a guess. That you based that on your biology degree.
You based that on my deep knowledge of neuroscience. Yeah, it's that most of the development is
boring. I thought you were going to be. I thought because you're doing a joke and you're not actually 21 and you're way older than that.
Yeah, and I am.
You're going to put it in the future as a sort of joke.
No.
I think I'll be fully developed at 52.
No, I mean, yeah, I am 21, and which is it's funny that you think it's a joke because obviously, as we both know, you've seen my passport, and I'm 21 years old. And we've been together.
I can't even do that. I can't even do this joke. It's so disgusting to me that I would be in a relationship with a 21-year-old.
Yeah, we've been together since 2017.
It's really problematic.
So, yeah,
you were 13 when we got together. That's really bad.
I've been meaning to confront you on the podcast about this, actually.
About the horrible abuse of power.
And you just think just because you wear dungarees that it makes you like a little kid, like I am. It doesn't.
I don't think that.
You don't think that?
No.
Anyway, I'm a kid, and so it's nice. Yeah, I think I've got so many dreams for what I'm going to achieve in my life. I think I might go pro.
With?
Just in general.
Just in general.
I think I might go pro. I think I'm going to go pro.
I
hear people talking about it.
It's a good goal to have to go pro.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter what with.
No, I mean, I've been an amateur my whole life.
Yeah.
Practicing for free, not receiving money.
Do you think you could go pro on the trombone?
I've never played the trombone.
Yeah.
So I guess it would depend who would be paying me and why.
Yeah.
Like if somebody wanted to hear someone badly play the trombone.
Well, also, what's the parameters of going pro? It's just someone paying you. Because then I was like pro at babysitting.
I think I'm gonna go pro babysitting. Well, you did go pro babysitting.
Oh, I guess I did because I was a nanny. I guess that's just a professional babysitter.
Yo, did you hear I went pro on nannying?
Yeah.
I think it's when all of your income comes from one thing. That's what we called it with stand up when we both went pro.
No, that's what you called it. Was actually really insulting.
Oh yeah, you got really offended.
I said that I've been a professional stand-up for years, and you were like, "No, you haven't, because you still work 2 days a week at the library."
Yeah, I think I did think that professional means it's like that's where all your money comes from.
I thought professional just meant like I'm doing this professionally. I'm good at it.
Well, it's an interesting point because like in sport, if like you're like, okay, Jude Bellingham's a pro footballer.
Sure.
But if he worked 2 days in an ice cream van, then you'd probably say he was semi-pro.
I don't think so, because if he was still competing at the level that he was competing at, and I am comparing my level of comedy with the level of football that Jude Bellingham
if you have a side hustle.
Yeah.
But I don't think you could have called nannying a side hustle.
Yeah, that was my side hustle.
Yeah. I'm working on a side hustle.
Yeah.
Rearing.
Well, also like it was the nannying that was a long time ago. But when I was working in the library for like 2 days to supplement my comedy income, that was like most of my income was coming from comedy, and it was just a little bit of a supplementary library income.
Yeah,
you don't agree?
Well, I don't know. So like in Ireland, hurlers, their main job is not hurling.
Yes, exactly. This is a great example.
So they're defined as amateur sportsmen. They're not called. They are. That's what they're called. They're not called professional.
I know, but I think that no one in the hurling industry is making their full money from hurling, except maybe on like the admin side. So then, like
hurling admin.
Then, like
spreadsheet of all the shots.
I just think that's stupid. Those people are professional hurlers. They're doing that as their profession.
They wouldn't even call themselves professional. They have.
Well, then they have self-esteem issues that I think they should need to work on.
But that's not where they make their money. They have regular jobs. They're like doctors and other things.
I know this.
It's a lot like in 300 where Leonidas says, Spartans, what is your profession? And they reply, huh, which I guess means soldier.
Yes.
But he could have easily just been like, no, I said, what's your profession? Don't just yell at me.
Don't just huh at me.
Don't just go, huh.
that's so funny because we watched that movie 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you'd never seen it,
and I don't. I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that? That's probably one of 2 or 3.
I remember the bit where
2 or 3
goes,
most iconic scenes in 300.
Yeah, I remember the bit where he goes 300 and then he kicks the guy.
He does not yell 300 when he kicks the guy.
And then he kicks the guy
That'd
into
be really confusing.
the well.
He does kick him into a big well.
Yeah.
And as we said, or as I said when we watched it, if there's a huge well and you're having a heated conversation, maybe don't stand with your back to the giant well.
Don't stand with your back to the giant well.
You're just asking to be 300'd into it.
Yeah, see? 300 into it.
Yeah.
I think it was 300 and then kicked into the well.
No, I think it goes number 1, this is Sparta, which is what you call 300ing, but it's this is Sparta-ing.
That's what he says. He says this is Sparta.
Yeah, he doesn't say 300 because he hasn't even decided yet how many soldiers he's going to take to the battle.
Yeah, but that was what the movie is called.
300.
It's good to reiterate what the movie is
called. They do say 300 later on.
Yeah.
300 kick. Then I would say it's probably We Fight in the Shade.
When's that?
They say we're going to fire so many arrows at you that it blocks out the sun, and then one of them goes, then we'll fight in the shade.
Oh, that's good. That's a good line.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
That he thought of that off the top of the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. He improvised that line apparently.
Just off of the script.
Off the top of his script.
Yeah.
It was at the top of that line.
Why do you remember all of this? What's the third one?
The third one is probably Spartans, what is your profession? Yeah. And then there's just a whole bunch of the god king and loads of
that's all boring.
Vaguely Islamophobic, vaguely
I don't think it's that vague.
Homophobic.
Yeah.
Stuff.
The bit I remember the bit where they're all in the little hallway in the nature.
The hot gates.
Yeah.
What are they called? Thermopylae?
And then they have all their shields and then it's sort of a battle where it's you can barely see between them because they're all pushing at each other.
Yes, they're in a turtle shell formation.
And it reminded me of Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones. Do you remember this?
That's the one in the dark. They fought in the shade, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I had to turn up the contrast on my TV.
Maybe it was the one in the dark. But it's the one where at some point Jon Snow's in the middle and they're all being pushed to, and it's he's being just literally just squished to death.
I don't remember him getting squished to death.
And then Sansa shows up.
I don't remember that at all.
It's real empowering.
I remember the Battle
women.
of the Bastards being a good battle.
But listen, I don't want to talk I want to talk about your birthday.
Why?
3 days of Patrick Spicer birthday.
Yes, it's been a spice.
It's been a spice fest.
A spice fest, yeah. A certified spice fest.
Which was your favorite birthday day? And just so you know, people who were at some of these will be listening to that.
Yeah, man, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, now we have 2 of my siblings are patrons. It really limits how freely I can cuss out my family.
Yeah. And they know that.
Okay, so Patrick Spicer's birthday 3-day bonanza ranked.
We had friend.
This is going to be a clip.
We had friend day.
People are going to connect with this.
Yes. We had friend day, we had family day, and we had...
Well, the third day was a twist day.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first day was family day. We had a barbecue at my mum's house, which was very nice. I've been eating predominantly a plant-based diet for most of the last 18 months.
Oh, the listeners know.
And recently I've been getting more relaxed on that. So I had my first meaty barbecue. And
you had a burger.
I had a burger. I had some pork belly.
Yeah.
Did I have chicken? I think I had chicken the following day. We had another barbecue with friends. I've gone all out.
Yeah.
I'm catching up on all the animals I didn't eat over the last 18 months.
You go off the rails with your plant-based diet. It really is.
Yeah. And then on the third day, I had a whole chicken from Nando's. So I've gone really off the rails. When you add it all up.
I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, a lot of meat. But I'm going to wind it back.
Yeah.
Rank. Barbecue was nice. Enjoyed that. Got nice presents. Got presents for baby.
Yeah.
Baby carrier.
Yeah.
Car seat. Bassinet.
Yeah.
Loads of stuff. I like that. And I got a good dig at my stepmom. That was a big win for me.
She's not listening. So
she would never listen to this.
You can say that.
Got a nice dig in at her expense.
Yeah.
Which was a big moment for me. Nice petty moment. Got a big laugh in the room.
Yeah. Really showing your age. At that
really, yeah. Which
really
is 21. I'm a young man.
showing the maturity of your 21
I'm
years.
only 21. My brain is still. I don't have a fused fontanelle at this point. Enjoyed that. Second day,
friends
with friends. Went to our family bungalow, which my great grandfather built.
Yeah,
in near Windsor and Staines.
So the biggest spider.
We did see a big spider.
I'm gonna say like it's been burned onto my retinas because I still think about it probably every 5 minutes how big that spider was, and I know it was big as well. Because our Australian friend said, "Ooh, that's a really big spider."
Yeah, if an Australian thinks it's a big spider.
Yes.
But it wasn't anywhere near like a huntsman.
No, but like, she's been in the UK for 20 years and she knows that for the UK, that is as big. It was like as big as my hand.
It was not anywhere near as big as your hand.
Yes.
It was about maybe your ear. I'd say about
no. Ear. My ears are dainty and sweet and small.
Mine are even smaller.
Yeah, I know, but it was
bigger than my ear.
Neither of our ears. It was fucking.
It was perhaps that
massive.
Big. It was maybe that big.
I gave a glass, and then Heidi, our Australian friend, said, "This might not fit under the glass."
And she was wrong. I put the glass on the spider, and it fit easily.
No, barely. It fit barely.
And it was a small glass. The glass was about that wide.
I can't believe that it was really big.
It was a big spider.
What you're trying to do now is you're trying to minimize my spider experience because you want me to go back to the bungalow. And I'm telling everyone now that I'm never going back there if the spider's that big.
It's a bungalow, and it's pretty old. It's not been well taken care of.
It's been deliberately not taken care of.
My family seemed to relish in it remaining a dump and never being modernized in any way.
Mm-hmm.
They repainted it last year. The most disgusting shade of yellow I've ever seen in my life. And it was annoying because it was like, I can't be bothered to paint the bungalow. So it's hard to have I was just a
It's hard.
teenager.
You can't have, you're
Don't paint the bungalow.
You're not technically allowed to like have like negative input on something if you do absolutely nothing to maintain it.
Yeah.
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 But we did.
I would have gone grey. Gunmetal grey.
Honestly, it would have been better.
Yeah, grey is probably the safest colour.
White. Yeah.
Jet black. Neon pink. Honestly, anything would have been better than what they did. So that was day 2.
Yeah.
Went to the river, had another barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And then day 3, I don't really remember what we did that much during the day. Not very much. I went to yoga.
Yeah.
Had a very hard yoga session.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tired. My triceps hurt today.
And then at the end of the day, we went to our very first baby class.
Baby class. Got to learn how to have a baby. It's not just going to fall out of you. There's a lot of science involved.
The lady who led the group, it's like a group.
She was great.
You're all kind of pregnant. I jokingly said to Patrick as we walked there, I was like, "Ugh, I'm going to be the biggest person there." And then we sat down and everyone was like, "I'm like 33 weeks pregnant." They were all like 28 weeks pregnant, and we
screwed up our booking because
we were so confused. Also,
we're way more pregnant than it.
No,
one lady.
They went around being like, how far along are you? And people are like 28 weeks, 27 weeks. I think there was one 26 weeks. And then they got to me and I was like, well, I'm almost 33 weeks. And then everyone had like a real gasping reaction to it, to the point where I was like, I'm pretty sure we signed up to this.
Even the course leader, she went, oh my God. She's like, that means at the end of the course, you're going to be 37 weeks. We're like, well, why did you let us?
I really thought that we like read the instructions properly and that we signed up to.
We did. It did say the due date. If it spanned this region, then you do it.
Yeah, it was I guess a wider region. Anyway,
as a result, you're an absolute house compared to those bungalows.
Oh my God. Everyone else barely looked pregnant. I looked like a house.
They looked pregnant as hell. And they decided to host the baby in a pub around the corner.
Yeah.
In a room that was all glass all the way around with no air conditioning. So it was roasting.
It was as hot as it is in here.
Packed in 15 heavily pregnant women and then turned up the temperature. This is how you induce pregnancy in a pack of pregnant women. It was wild.
Do you think all our due dates are going to sync?
No.
Oh.
I don't think that's science. No, I don't. Idiot. What stupid thing to say.
Well, maybe I'll be the alpha and then they'll all have like really early
premature births. Yeah, maybe. That's I hope not.
Why did I say that?
Well,
that's horrible.
The exciting thing about the antenatal classes is that all anybody says about them in our parents' generation is that you will make friends for life.
Oh my God. There's so much pressure about making friends at the antenatal classes.
These will be your only friends. My mum, her two best friends, she met at antenatal classes.
Honestly, like
to this day,
even the one of the things that the group leader said was that when she walked in here into the pub, there was a group of women there who were from an antenatal class from like 2 years ago and greeted her like, oh my God, hey. And they said they're still best friends and they go on holiday together.
Yeah, that's going to be us.
That's so much pressure to put on a group of people.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's all it takes to make friends, is to have other people having a baby at the same time as you.
Well, that would be nice. And I will be scrutinizing these people heavily to see who could be my friend.
I kind of was. As it was going around the circle doing the introductions, I was going, oh, okay, he likes board games. Yeah, I could probably hang out with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like she made
and
a
you
joke.
and then one guy said, I work in the creative industry, and you were
like, I like that.
Okay.
Okay, sympathetic.
Okay.
Yeah. Another guy, during the break, there were chocolate bars, and he brought over some chocolate bars, and then he offered me 3 different chocolate bars, and then he said, what kind of guy are you? Which one are you going to pick?
You like that?
I like that. That was a bit silly.
You thought that was a potential best friend?
I'd say he's head of the pack so far for possible friend.
That's nice.
Possible friend.
Yeah.
But it's high pressure, you know? And it's also mega cringe because we're both stand-up comedians, and when we were so nervous during the ice-breaking exercise, when you go around and we had to introduce ourselves.
My worst fear was that she was going to be like, what do you all do for jobs? Thank God she didn't. But here's what happened.
Yeah.
They gave us stickers, name stickers to put on your clothes. And because I'm, I guess, silly.
Mickey's a bit of a wackadoo, let's just say that.
My instinct was to put it in the middle like a Superman sticker. And then all of a sudden, as she was going around the room, I was like, oh my God, what if she asks us all to be like saying what we do for a living? And then I have to say that I'm a comedian. And then I'm the only one that's put the sticker in the middle of their outfit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's going to be way too much. That's way too annoying. So then I tried to really...
moved it back.
Yeah, tried to really subtly take it off so that no one could notice, and then put it on the side so that I wouldn't double... But then she actually didn't ask, so it
was the most comedian move to make, is that you did something silly and then you second-guessed yourself and then you backed out of it.
Yeah.
For fear of social
I did not want to commit to that joke. That is awful.
It's also like the most gentle, like, I don't think anyone would look at you with a name tag in the middle and gone like, that's crazy.
I would have. Really I would have judged if someone was like, put it in the middle, and then on top of that, they were doing something silly or saying like, I'm a clown.
Yeah, if someone was a straight up clown.
I was like, oh, you're asking for too much attention.
Yeah, we don't want attention.
This
is the thing people don't understand about stand-up comedians. Yeah. For the most part, we like attention in a very specific way, where we stand up in front of an audience, and by convention, they're not allowed to say or do anything. And if they do, it's heckling, and you're allowed to destroy them. So everyone has to remain completely passive and silent while you get all the attention.
Yeah.
But then outside of that, it's like you'll do a show, and then afterwards,
don't look at me.
People want to chat to you, and you're like, it will be way worse than what you just experienced.
Yeah,
there's no way I can do anything like that.
All that
in a
stuff I wrote
conversation.
All of that stuff I wrote down beforehand.
I planned all that. Well, I mean, I'm more of a crowd worker, so a lot of this stuff emerges organically. I've got more of a
I forgot about
thinking capacity and speed, and really kind of a mastery and a professional way of doing it. But in your case, yes, it is scrambling and it is amateur, and you are part of the time, at least part of the time, you are still
amateur.
A librarian.
I'm full time now.
Yeah, but you're a librarian at heart. I think that's your profession.
God.
Librarians, what is your profession? Ugh.
This is going to be like, you're gonna, because, we've been fighting for so long, women, to get motherhood to be seen as a job.
Yeah.
So as soon as the baby comes, I bet that you're going to make me a fucking part-time comedian again.
You've got a name tag. Sounds pretty professionalized. Leading into it.
What do you think was the worst thing you learned at the baby class?
The mucus plug stuff was pretty disgusting. a 2-inch mucus plug.
Yeah, that's
going to explode out of there.
I also didn't like how she was like, it's basically a bunch of snot and it can come out like 7 to 10 days before.
Did she say 7 to 10 days?
It can come out 7 to 10 days before you even give birth.
Yuck.
Yeah.
But I guess it only comes out once.
Ugh.
There was lots of stuff that
There was lots of goo that comes out. The goo that comes out is no good.
Amniotic fluids?
Just any of the goo.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an absolute goo fest.
Yeah, it's going to be a goo fest.
What I'm surprised by,
yeah,
and I don't think I fully knew, was that people don't really give birth on their back. That puts your pelvis in a really weird position. The baby has to kind of go uphill. So most people give birth sitting or on all fours, like a cow.
Yeah.
You give birth like a calf. Well, a calf is a baby.
Is that what she said? Did I miss this? I feel like
she said she did a whole thing of like she had an anatomy of a pelvis, and she went, "You weren't even paying attention. You were too busy fixing your name tag." But she said, "Yeah, if you're on your back, then your pelvis sticks up like that, so the baby has to go up, and that's why."
But I thought she was saying that in a way of like all the pre-birthing positions, like before you're actually getting the head out of your body. You should be like on your knees, or you should be walking around, or you should be sat to make sure that the pelvis is in the right position. But then as soon as the head, because they're going to guide the head out, which I didn't get that was on your knees.
I think that is. I think the whole thing is you're either vertical or you're forward.
Wow.
Because I remember in Hamnet, she gives birth in the woods like a cow, and I thought, oh, this is because she's a wild woman and she just is one with nature.
Well,
but apparently that's how we're supposed to do it.
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think like anything I've ever read about like ancient cultures and stuff like that, it's like they would like squat, or like it was never that they.
Imagine that.
You know, like they have like the birthing chair.
Yeah.
It's like you sit on the chair and then the baby, there's like a hole in the chair and then the baby comes out of that hole.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, TV and movies really set you up for lying back, stirrups, lying down.
Yeah.
I'm there next to you. You got this. You can do it.
Babe.
Keep pushing.
But even in those ones, like quite often, like when I think of the Friends episode where Rachel gives birth, she's quite high up.
Yeah, but that would not be. Oh yeah, I guess if you're really angled up.
Yeah, she's quite high up in a high angle.
High angle. Yeah, that was quite a surprise.
Yeah. I like the bit where she was talking about how contractions open the
cervix.
The cervix.
Yeah.
And how she used to do it with a balloon, and she kept
yeah, she spent a long time explaining how she used to do something.
She was like, I used to do this great experiment with a balloon that really showed you how like the contractions work. And she's like, but I kept popping the balloon and scaring all the pregnant people.
Yeah, they would start spontaneously giving birth.
Yeah.
But so instead she just described how she would squeeze a balloon. She's like, if you're going to describe it, you might as well just say what actually happened.
I wanted her to do it.
I would squeeze the balloon and then the ping pong ball would slowly come out. Like, I'm getting lost in imagery here because I'm imagining you imagining something else.
Listen, we should go for an ad break.
We have to.
And then after that, should we solve some people's problems?
We don't have enough problems because we didn't put out a call early enough.
Yeah. You guys send in your problems so we don't have
guys. What are you, so fucking perfect? You don't have any you don't need us to solve your problems for you. What, you got it all figured out?
Yeah.
If you don't send anything in, then we're going to assume you think you're so great.
Yeah.
So if you can live with that.
Well, let's go to an ad break, have them think about that.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Think about that.
Okay.
While we're in the ad break, do you want to... You've got a little bit of sweat on your nose.
Thank you. That's not... We can have that. We're back now.
You want to have that in the pod?
You've said that on the episode. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I don't want people to think that, like, I'm perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm 33 weeks pregnant. I'm sweating like an absolute mad person.
Like an absolute hog.
Yeah.
A hog or a cow.
Yeah.
This is how pregnant women should be described.
So before we go into the couple clinic, do you want to you brought an issue to the pod before, which was is it worse? We're going to solve this to be boring.
Yes, I was just musing on this earlier. I often, I'm struck by fascinating thoughts, and I was musing, because
Is it worse to be boring or annoying is the question.
Yeah. If you were going to be stuck with someone all evening,
Uh-huh.
would you rather it was someone who was boring or annoying?
Yeah. I'm going to go out and say annoying is worse.
I think...
Because boring is like kind of passive.
Yeah.
Whereas annoying is like active.
But boring, you have to do all the work. If someone's boring, you're constantly being like, oh, what else shall I think of to say? What question shall I ask? This person's so boring.
Yeah.
At least with annoying, you can just kind of sit back and tune out. Like annoying,
how can you tune out if it's like a gnat just like gnatting at you?
Oh, you can. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's
possible. Oh, you can. Actually, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can. I think that's right.
Stare into space.
Yeah.
I just what's the word where you go outside of your body?
Zone out.
Disassociate.
Yeah, you disassociate.
Fully disassociate.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'll just be getting angrier and angrier and angrier. Whereas like I don't think I get angry at boring. Maybe afterwards where you're like, that was so boring.
When I was a kid, this guy who I was briefly best friends with, we went on holiday together. And before the holiday, his parents invited my parents over for dinner so that they could get to know each other a bit better.
Yeah.
And immediately afterwards, my mom and dad were like, we can never see those people again. They were like, they are the most boring people we've ever met in our life.
It's so funny when parents do that.
I love the honesty.
Well, because as a kid, I don't think you think of people in that way.
Yeah.
And then like when your parents are like, we cannot be around us, but you're like, oh.
I loved it when my parents were really brutally honest about people. Yeah. Just slag people off.
Yeah. You loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
That's where you got your bitchy streak.
Yeah. I love to just absolutely flame people. I have a burn book, which I maintain.
Do you think...
Mickey is so stupid.
Do I think
what?
That affected the friendship that you had with this boy?
No. He was a bit boring.
Right.
As a person. No, he was really sweet. He was quite shy, but like quite funny and sweet.
Yeah.
We went on holiday together, actually with my parents. We went to the island of Kefalonia.
Yes.
And that was the first holiday when I started drinking after not drinking as a teenager because I was afraid of panic attacks. I started having...
Didn't you say you were 13?
Beers. No, I was maybe 15.
Oh, thank God.
15.
For some reason, I had 13 in my head. And when you were like, and that's when I started drinking in this very tone of like, that's... Because even...
It wasn't problematic drinking. It was very... dipping a toe in the water. It was like having a Corona. It's like a big deal.
At 15?
Yeah, on holiday.
Yeah, I still, this is such a cultural difference. I still don't think...
Your parents wouldn't let you have a Corona.
And this is like...
Even with a little line.
This is in a country where at the time...
Everyone was an alcoholic.
Not... At the time, 16 was the legal drinking age.
Really?
Yeah, when I was growing up, 16 was the legal drinking age. And it's now 18. They've stopped it.
That's probably the EU. The EU tend to try and get people... It's like in Malta, they didn't used to have any drink driving laws.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Yeah, they were just like, we're kind of not worried about that. We're just going to let people make their own decisions. And the EU were like, dude, you have to do that. And they went, oh, fine.
My parents drink drive all the time.
What? Busted.
Busted.
If the drink drive police in the Netherlands are listening to this, arrest... Madame and Meneer Overman.
You've never even been in you've been in a car with my dad when he's been drinking.
Yeah, but like in Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one really on those roads, but they're very small roads and they're perilous. They're so high, they're on the edge of a hill.
It only occurred to me really not that long ago that I was like, my parents fully drink drove my whole life.
We're talking like
this
2
is Dutch
glasses
parents
of
and
wine.
they have a couple of glasses of wine at dinner. But I still think we would go to wine tastings and they've been like,
yeah,
and
but
they would
they spit it out?
I don't know. I just don't think it's right.
I think drink driving is one of those kind of grey area ones. It's sort of like, it just depends on how you work.
For anyone worrying, Patrick doesn't drink at all, so this is not going to be a problem.
I only drink drove once.
Yeah.
And it was on New Year's Eve, and I'd left the car. I used to live in Bromley, so you had to get the train to get into central London. And I'd left the car at the train station. I went in with my friend Benny, and we went out drinking, and then we got back, and it was so late that I just went, I can't be bothered to walk or get the bus, so we just drove. But I wasn't like, I could see straight, but I was like, I am way over the limit.
Oh my God.
Way over it.
That makes me uncomfortable just listening back to that story.
But I was okay.
But yeah, no, I know.
I didn't die.
Yeah, but that's...
Or if I did.
I don't think that matters.
It was only one time, and there were loads of other times when I didn't do it. I was too scared.
Oh my God. I honestly sometimes, you know how you have like flashbacks from things that you did where you're like, oh my God, that was such a mistake. Why did I do that? I'm so lucky that I didn't like die or have like a horrible injury.
Yeah, what's your one?
My one is of the 2 times that I went snowboarding in my life.
Yeah, you broke your arm.
That was the second time. The first time I went, we for some reason couldn't go immediately down the slopes. So my friend that I went with, she was like, well, just go in and have like a drink or whatever. So we had ciders. And I think we had 2 pints of ciders. And then I went snowboarding for the first time, having never done it, having never taken a class even.
You didn't have an instructor or anything?
No.
Like, off you go.
I just went with my friend who was like, I'll teach you.
I think 2 pints of cider would be a good thing for your first time because it would make you less nervous.
Yeah, this is my memory of it. I was like, this is easy.
Yeah.
But I also remember there being lots of trees and stuff that I would just like go around.
You were going around trees?
Yeah, just quite comfortably.
There you go.
And then the second time I went, I broke my arm because I was sober.
Because you didn't have any cider. There you go.
No, it's not. There you
Should
go.
we relook at the drink driving limit?
Here's where
For snowboarders, it's one rule for snowboarders and another for everyone else, I think.
Because when I think back on that, I'm like, that was so dangerous and I was so lucky that I didn't get hurt.
No, I think the first time was smart to have a little bit of Dutch courage. Like you guys do.
I don't think so. I think I just got lucky, and I think I had a level of confidence. I definitely had Dutch courage. I think I had a level of confidence going down this slope with all the trees. Yeah, that was unearned.
Earned, because you'd earned it with a couple of scrumpy jacks.
I can't believe that you're on board with this.
I'm super on board with that.
Oh my God!
Everybody does that. People who go skiing will have like a van show at lunch or when they stop.
Here comes the posh comes out again.
I would, yeah. When I went skiing as a child, I did go skiing. We've discussed this on the podcast.
You would have a van
I'd
show.
I'd often have a beer at lunch for sure, and then another one maybe later in the afternoon.
Not as a kid.
From like 16. I guess.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Not as a 9-year-old.
No. Well, just double checking.
Little boy.
Just double checking.
Yeah, but it probably would have helped my skiing if I did. A bit more courage. Although actually, when I was like 9 and I was skiing, I had absolutely no fear whatsoever. Because you haven't really developed, what's the thing you get at 11? A sense of self. Your recognition that you exist in the world.
Yeah.
So I was just all feeling, and I would just fly. I would go so far. I wouldn't even turn. I would just go straight down. Just go like, my parents couldn't catch me because I wouldn't turn, and they would turn because they didn't want to break their hips. And I would just, one time
Evel Knievel it down there.
I almost went straight into a building. I was just going straight. And it was like only at the last minute that I turned. They were like, it really looked like you were going to die.
How do you feel about the fact that your children won't grow up skiing like you did?
It does feel like child abuse, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It does feel like the highest form of child abuse.
Yeah.
They won't get to experience the whipping winds through their ears.
Of the slopes.
The perspective.
Yeah.
It really is what made me a wild outdoorsman, I think. Being up and out there and you're surrounded by snow and the whipping winds through my ears.
Right. Can we solve some problems?
Yeah, but we haven't solved the problem of our children growing up with nothing.
Yeah. Well, that will just be a pending issue.
Skiing also got a lot more expensive. Like, my parents spent probably most of their spare money taking us skiing every year. Like, we didn't have like fancy stuff and fancy cars. They just loved skiing. So they took us skiing.
Yeah.
But it was sort of doable. They would drive, and it was a bit. But if we tried to go skiing now,
just going through the Channel Tunnel alone.
The Channel Tunnel. Can we talk about the Channel Tunnel?
Can we be angry at the Channel Tunnel?
Yeah, it's so expensive.
Here's the thing that annoys me is like, if they're trying to de-incentivize you from flying,
which they are,
which they should be, because flying is the worst for the environment,
and you're a train,
and the other options are either a 24-hour ferry or something. It's like 7 hours. It's so long.
Yeah, it's long.
And then it's either the ferry or the Eurostar, which is also bonkers expensive, or the Channel Tunnel, which is also ridiculous. We're going to my cousin's wedding at the end of this month, and we are driving because I will be the size of a hippo.
Yeah.
And I will not be legally allowed to fly.
Now, do hippos give birth on their back? Probably standing up as well.
Probably on their back, I think.
Is a hippo a mammal?
Yes.
Then they would do it same as us. If a hippo laid on its back, it would already break its ribs.
No one does it on their back.
In TV and movies, they always do it on their back.
And then we have to drive, and we tried to book the Channel Tunnel, and it was the most expensive thing. It was just so ridiculous. It was probably like 10 times the price of a ticket.
No, it wasn't 10 times.
Well,
maybe
something
5
like
times. It was an order of magnitude.
Yeah.
Way more expensive. They should dig more tunnels.
Yes.
If it's so expensive, anyone should be able to dig a tunnel.
Now, can we please? I don't know why you keep ignoring me, but can we please? We're almost at the end of the episode. Can we please solve?
We only have a couple, so I'm trying to ration them out.
Okay, I know, but like, we have to solve something.
We have to. We actually have to. It's our responsibility as podcasters.
Yes. I'm excited.
Okie dokie. Here's the first one from Myra. What?
It actually doesn't matter.
You can say first name.
Yeah, you can say first name.
Yeah. From Myra. Washing your hands before unloading the dishwasher, yes or no? I say yes.
That's a really good question.
Washing your hands before unloading the dishwasher.
I don't think I do that.
I don't do that. Should we do that?
But should we do that?
I don't think so. Washing your hands before you eat, but washing your hands before handling a plate.
I don't even do that.
How dirty are your hands?
I think I just wash my hands during the day whenever I've done something where I'm like, I should wash my hands now. Like if I've gone to the toilet or if I've been outside for a long time.
If you've handled filth.
Yeah, if I've handled filth. If I've been outside for a long time and I've like touched things in the supermarket or whatever, when I come home, I wash my hands. But then I do consider that just to sort of get me through other activities.
Yeah,
like
and I think, if it was COVID times, okay. Yeah. Yes. Happy birthday. Wash your hands. Hand, face, space. All that stuff. Outside of COVID, you kind of want your hands to be a little bit dirty all the time. Isn't this true? It's the dirt hypothesis. We definitely want our baby to have dirty hands a lot of the time because that's how they develop an immune system.
You want to immunize them, yeah.
You want them to go outside and play and like be eating dirt and rolling around in salmonella.
But that is different.
Yeah, but I think it's the same for humans.
No.
You don't want sterile hands, then you'll get sick. You'll get asthma.
Isn't there a bit in The Office?
And it's true.
Isn't there a bit in The Office where like, and then that really did the rounds during COVID, where like Dwight's character is like, don't have hand sanitizing stations. You should have hand desanitizing stations. You should have bowls of dirt.
Yeah. I think that there is some definitely for kids. That's true.
Right.
Kids, the like explosion of like, is it asthma or something is linked to us keeping our kids too clean and washing their hands really relentlessly.
Yeah.
So I guess with this, it just depends. If you wash your hands after you go to the toilet, I see so many dudes in the toilet at the urinal. They come in, they waz, they walk straight back out again with flecks of piss all over their hands. Then they probably go and eat nuts from a communal bowl of nuts. And then I probably go up and eat from the bowl of nuts. And then I've got piss in my mouth. Maybe I should be washing my mouth out every time I say anything.
Can I say to the dudes, can I just say?
Bros, listen up, yeah?
Bros, listen up.
And dudes.
No female toilets ever have this. The women's toilets.
Wouldn't it be washing their hands?
The women's toilet. Everyone washes their hands after. It would be.
This won't reach bros though.
So unusual to go to a public toilet, walk out, be washing your hands, and then just see someone walk out without washing their hands. I don't think I've ever seen that. Women be washing their hands.
Yes, but that is not a strategy to convince men to do things. If men aren't doing something, you go, guys, Women do it.
This.
Probably a lot of men are now less likely to do it.
Oh,
to reassert their masculinity.
The patriarchy.
Yeah.
Hits us again.
Yeah, struck again by the patriarchy. Again. Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word strike.
Yeah.
The patriarchy strikes again.
Hits again. We've been hit again by the patriarchy.
Do you always wash your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have touched my penis...
Because you're a cuck.
I have a blanket rule. If I've touched my penis,
I'm
going to wash my hands.
God, now I'll be so suspicious anytime I see you wash your hands in the middle of the day.
Did I just touch my penis?
I'll be like, someone just had a wank somewhere, and then I have to
That's true.
Then I have to go look for it.
At any point in the day, someone is I mean, probably millions of people are masturbating.
I was talking specifically about you, and I was sort of suggesting that you've left evidence of it somewhere.
Yeah, I've
like
just
a cat
in the kitchen.
Yeah, like a cat who's done a secret.
It's not the only reason I wash my hands, but if I've touched my penis, and if my penis touches anything else, I wash my penis.
What, like the wall?
Yeah, like if I brushed my penis on the wall, then I'm probably going to wash down my penis, probably wash down the wall, put on a hazmat suit. But with regards to Myra's primary question, I do not think it's necessary to wash your hands.
Me neither. I'm sorry. We're on the side of your partner who you're having this conversation with.
Your partner's right.
Your partner's right. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Do you want to do one?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Okay, one more. Then we will end the episode, except the Patreon will continue for a further 45 minutes.
This one's great.
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who should be emptying pants pockets before they are washed? Is it the wearer or the washer?
It's the wearer.
It's the wearer.
Yeah, easy.
That's so easy. The washer sort of suggests that you're still in a phase of like...
Your mum does it for you.
Your mum does it for you.
Yeah.
You're like, you just chuck your pants in like the corner of a room. Your mum is like, these probably need to go and be washed, puts it in and like empties the pockets.
Yeah. I would never expect somebody who's going to empty. Also, when I do a wash, I'm not fucking checking pockets.
I'm not checking pockets, but my mum would.
Yes, but then your mum is a housewife.
Yeah.
And that was part of her job.
Yeah.
She would check the pockets.
Yeah.
And you three kids were all incredibly entitled, obnoxious little girls who would not think about the hard work that your mother had to do at the washing basin while she was emptying out all the
with the
chewing gum.
With the rack.
Yeah, she'd be doing it with the
In many ways, the Netherlands is still a little bit behind other countries.
The Netherlands is effectively a large river that people stand next to.
And the women still do go to the river with their wash racks.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And the men
fight
in Spitfires against the Nazis.
That is not accurate to what the Netherlands did.
No, the Netherlands
we gave up immediately.
It wasn't so much a surrender as it was like, oh, you guys coming in?
It was, you
guys coming in?
I used to have a joke about it because our army was still on bicycles, and then the Germans showed up with tanks. So it was not really a fair fight in many ways.
Tank v bicycle.
Tank v bicycle. Discuss.
Machinery of war ranked tank, then bicycle.
I don't think bicycles should even be considered machinery of war.
Well, that's interesting because where was it? You could get executed for even having a bicycle. Oh, I was reading a book about
this is
Sri Lanka, I think.
This is always where it goes wrong when you've read a book.
I read a book.
Yeah.
It was fiction, but it was about Sri Lanka. There was some genocide, some ethnic cleansing going on.
Sure.
And the ruling party...
Yeah.
This all happened. I just can't remember any of the details because I'm not good with details.
The ruling party.
The ruling party, if they saw someone with a bicycle, they would interpret that as that person was like a rebel. Like a bicycle was seen as not war, but...
Well, then the Netherlands is a country full of rebels.
And I think it was the same in Russia at one point.
Really?
Yeah, just having a bicycle.
So strange. Just having... Well, there is like that really old Italian movie where the guy...
The Godfather.
Something La Bicyclette. And the
bicycle thief.
Maybe, yeah. But and then his bike gets stolen and it like ruins his whole life.
I think that's the bicycle thief.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it. I think I saw the episode of Aziz Ansari's TV show where
it's great, but it like really
does it.
It really does make you feel like, oh my God, like having a set of wheels in any capacity is freedom.
Bicycles is power. Yeah. Bicycles is power, and that's my new political party.
Really?
I will put a bicycle.
You're undermining my whole take about the bicycle thief.
I will put a bicycle in the hands of every young man and woman.
Yeah.
Only if they promise to use it for war.
Great. And on that note, guys.
And on that note,
we're going to go to the Patreon.
We're going to fucking... Have we even swore yet in this pod? We should chuck in some swears.
Yeah, chuck in some swears. Do it.
Fucking shit.
Cunt.
Piss. Cunt. Wow. Okay, I wouldn't have gone that far. But...
I mean, last time we did a whole episode about Cunt Island.
Was Cunt Island the Patreon? I don't think that the main thing?
I don't know, but I think people are not going to be...
Cunt Island or Dickhead Island?
Dickhead Island is the UK.
Britain is Dickhead Island.
Listen, thank you for listening. Come with us to the Patreon
if you so much.
If you are not yet signed up, and if you want to see me sweat more, that's probably a good incentive. And we'll hear you next. You'll hear us next.
We're going to be listening to you next time. So set up your mics because this is a bi-directional podcast.
Yeah.
Big up. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Peace out.